Alright guys, S here from SA's Orgonite Creations. Just giving you a little quick look here and then we'll get into what the video is actually about, okay? So I guess you'll see by the title, I guess. But just giving you a quick look. This is in the study. And just a few things here, is not everything, but yeah. So, now what we're doing here is, this is a custom order from someone that we know. I'll give you a little bit of a story, but basically these here are Orgonite keychains, okay? You can see the color, you know, the base, the black stuff, all that's Orgonite mix. Behind this little symbol here, which is a coffee mug, coffee cup, okay? Is, you know, quartz and selenite, but the whole Orgonite matrix has all that in it in crushed and powdered forms and everything that you need for Orgonite, okay? Quite a small thing, but yeah, that Orgonite matrix is dense, okay? Now, so the reason that these here, so this person has ordered 6 of these here, right? So we had to get the symbols. One is gold, as you can see here, and one is silver. So there's 3 of each, 3 silver, 3 gold, all different colors for different people, okay? So yeah, why coffee cups? Because these girls, these ladies get together, they call themselves the coffee girls. So in their group, you know, they want something that symbolizes them. So we're making all these keychains, or I guess you can put it wherever you want. Clip it onto your bag or whatever, because they come with these little clips. And yes, what we're going to be doing today is making this part here, okay, this portion here. So attaching this to, yeah, complete that. So I'll be showing you that. I believe I have done a video on it before, but it's fairly old, I guess. But so yeah, I just thought this is my day today. This is what I'm doing. And I will show you as well, like these here are out of the mold. These here are quite rough. You can see that. They don't look the best. You know, this is what they all look like, okay? So you can see how, you know, they're completely dry and hard. They're not tacky anymore or anything like that. But yeah, and then like this here is what they'll come up like, okay? All nice and shiny and slick. You can see that, all right? So yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into this. A lot of work that goes into all of our stuff. You know, we polish it, we round things off like the edges here because they're quite sharp, okay? And yeah, we spend a lot of time afterwards. We don't just pop them out of the mold and sell them, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm going to get to this. And the reason why it's on paper towel is just to minimize scratching. So on surfaces and all that, because I want them to be as polished as I can for when the people receive them, okay? So they'll be all handed back to one person for them to give to their coffee group members, okay? All right, so what we need first, we've got this cord, right? So in order to make this length here, which is roughly 4.5 centimeters, you need, I'm cutting this cord here, which is a waxed polyester cord. I'm cutting it at 65 centimeters in length, okay? And what we're going to do is get this set up so you can watch me do this, okay? So I'm going to pause the video and be back in 2 seconds. All right, guys, now, so I've realized I've forgotten one of these here clips. So what I'm going to do is I will start this and I'll show you. So actually what we're going to do, so we'll just do, I'll put that one up there. We'll do this one here. So, excuse me. Now I've drilled these holes here myself, so I know what width that was for this cord. I believe this cord is 1.5 millimeters. Yep, so what we do is you just simply thread that through there like that. I do hope this is getting all on camera, right? So the way I'm doing this is I'm going to show you a knot that we do. All right. And if anyone wants actual specifics on these knots that I'm doing, maybe another video of how I actually do that. So it's kind of hard for me to do this, so I just hope it's all working. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a loop here like this, and I'm holding on to that. With this opposite side of the cord, I'm going to be putting it through there, pull down tight, and then back through the original loop as well. All right. Yeah, I understand it's going to be hard for you to see, but all right. Now this will require some fixing as well, because that's the knot we're looking for here, all right? But you can see, because it's quite hard to do, you can see they're not even, so we want these cords even. So there's a way to do that. You just need to play with it a bit, okay? So what we're going to do is pull this through there more and then yank the shorter one, all right? So this can be time consuming. Sometimes you get it spot on, and sometimes you try to get it spot on and it's way out. So the more I do this, the longer it's going to get. So pulling it down like that and then pulling this up, you can see that. If you can't see what I'm doing, I'm holding on to that and I'm pulling this up like that. So it makes this longer, okay? We're getting closer to make it even, and sometimes you have to loosen the knot up a little bit as well, because as you do that, as you can imagine, it tightens down on itself, okay? So it can be a little bit of a pain, but like that. And it's just with this knot and doing it, like maybe I haven't got it down packed yet, but it's quite, we're nearly there. It's quite difficult to do it. Oh, it's getting quite tight again, so we're so close to getting it done. Maybe one more pull, we'll see where it's at. I'll just tighten it down a little bit. Alright, so if I straighten them right out, you can see we're pretty much, I think we're exactly right, okay? So tighten that down now, you can pull it. I like to pull them both at the same time while I'm pushing down the knot, if you can understand what I'm trying to do. Alright, so that's that done, right? Now we're going to need that metal clip that you see right here, okay? Here's what we want. So let's make sure we're recording. Yes, we are. Alright, so these here, right? You can get these cheap off eBay. I forget what they're actually called. Forget that. But let's move on to doing this. Okay, so we'll make sure that's tight. These here are even, give or take. They're quite even, but I mean even enough. So what we need to do is simply thread both these cords through here like so, okay? Alright, pretty simple. Now this is kind of iffy, like to get it where you want it, meaning the length. So what we do, we pull it to a roughly, so this is how you start it, okay? So everything's even, like this side here is this side here. You see them going up, they're not crisscrossed each other or anything like that. So what you need to do is grab one side, it doesn't matter which side you start on, you're crossing it over, and with the opposite one, you're bringing it over that one that you just crossed over. You put it under everything and through this loop that you crossed over to start with, okay? And simply pull it down, all right? Now it's going to look a bit funny, a bit iffy to start with. You can pull it up, right? So the idea is, now you do one more, and then you can set the length pretty well, okay? Now you've got to do the opposite side. So you cross over, right? So this is the opposite one. We started on this side over here first. Now we're starting on this side. So you cross it over everything. This one here goes over that one you just crossed over and under and through the starting loop, and you pull, all right? That's a little bit bent, there we go, and you pull. So it looks like a mess right now, all right? But give that a tug, give that a pull, and you start to notice a little bit more of a pattern, all right, if you can see that, all right? So now's the time you set your length. So I can tell it's a little bit shorter than what we want. So you go, I'm just going by what these ones are, set one. So this one here is, 4.5 centimeters, give or take. It's fairly close to that. So I'll give it a nice stretchy pull. All right, a little bit more. All right, so that's pretty close there, I think. So tighten that down. Like give it an extra pull to tighten it, because you want these to be really tight and neat. So what do you reckon? That looks quite, well, it's not too bad, okay? So now we're going to get this absolutely perfect. But now that we've got that started, from now on it's easier, okay? So now we go back to the original side we started on. So once again, cross it over everything. I'll just show you a couple more and then I'll do it quicker and I'll show you the end result basically, okay? All right, so that's tight down. Now, the reason, how you know which side you need to start on, say you're doing a few and you forgot, is, I'll point with this here, You see this here, this strand here is going, well, I guess towards me, okay? It's going like this, so vertical. So the vertical strand going up is the one you start on, so now we cross over that side. And then it will be on this opposite side, and you start on that side. So the last vertical piece there, that's the side you start on, so, all right? So I'll just do a couple of these and you can see, okay? So I'll do it a bit quicker, maybe you'll see it better if I do it quicker. So you can see now, if you can, if that's in camera, see how that's going, it's vertical there. So that's the side you know you need to start on, okay? Give it a pull. You don't have to give it a pull every time, but you'll see. All right. So here, do another one. Crossing over here like that, underneath. Pull. All right, so as you can see, once you get this started, it's quite easy to continue. So I'm going to pause this and get right down to the end, and I'll show you how we go about finishing it off. All right, so I just want to show you this. So we've gotten down, you know, nearly all the way, but the reason why you want to cut at a certain length, so 65 centimeters for the cord, for the 4.5 centimeter length that you want to do this keychain at, is because when you get down here, what you want to do is, you watch this, you actually want to push this up. Now it's got more gap there now, okay? So what we want to do is fill that right up, okay? So because you can stretch this right out and it goes along the cord, you see that? It's more loose, and then if you push it right up, that's what you want. So you want to grab that and fill all that space up there, okay? So I'm going to continue that, then I'll show you where we're at. Okay, so this here is complete all the way down to the base, as you can see, and when you get this low down, it can be a little bit tricky to do the knot. So you can go ahead, if you're doing the 4.5 centimeter length, you can do a little bit more, say 70 centimeters or whatever, and I'll give you an extra bit to play with, okay? So that's up to you, but I do well with the 65 centimeters. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is cut these ends shorter, and then we'll move on to the next step and I'll show you what's needed to be done, okay? So you just go ahead and cut these down a little bit, and this next step is up to you how you want to exactly finish it off, but regardless you do need some sort of flame, okay? So a lighter, all right? So this is needed. Give these one more little tiny pull here, right? Now watch what I do, and then I'll get into why I do it. So all you're going to do is melt these ends down, okay? Alright, so you want to get it fairly close. You don't want to try to burn the rest of it, but then watch what I do. Alright, so this here is not for everyone, okay? This actually does burn your finger. It does sting a little bit. I wouldn't say it hurts heaps, but you can see how that's melted my skin. See, because this is at the end of the day, this is melted plastic. Okay, it will burn your skin. It will hurt you to some degree, but I like to think that the tips of my fingers are actually quite thick, a little bit, from just all the hands-on work I do, I guess. So the reason why I do that with my finger, it gives the best finish because you can squish it down and roll it. And it seems to be quite a seamless thing, and it's not going to come undone. All right, and you can hardly notice it. You have to be looking for it, really. All right, so I'll do the same with this side, but what you can do as well with the lighter, for instance, you can probably melt it down enough, and then you can probably just use the lighter to sort of smear it and squish it down, or get something else, something that maybe is kind of like a finger in a way, or a little bit squishy but hard, like firm but hard. So you can just roll that, okay, and probably get something like that and just smear it, all right? But if you can put up with it or get someone else to do it, typically males have harder skin, but it depends on the work they do. Like some guys have some girly skin, that's for sure. Well, it depends what you do with your hands, guys. But yeah, all right, so watch again. I'll show you this one here. So you're trying to get it so the flame also is, well, the only thing that's hitting it is this bit of cord, okay? That's why I'm angling it the way I am. So, because you don't want to burn and melt this here, all right? You want that untouched. But you just want to melt this enough so it gives you enough guess, melted stuff to be able to attach. Oh, miss that opportunity. That's all right, we'll melt it again. All right, so squish it down. You know, so I do feel that burn. It is like, you know, but it's fine. I've done these two here and I'm fine. All right, that's it. All right, looks pretty good, doesn't it? So this here is orgonite, and it is a keychain. All right, but you can apply this to anything, or you don't need these. You can just have a normal keyring or whatever, or something else you want to attach to, and you can have anything down the other end. Okay. So the thing is, you have two items that you want to attach, and you can do this here to literally anything you want. It doesn't have to be orgonite related at all. If you just want to make a keychain, you can go ahead and do that. All right, or just any clip that you want to clip on your bag, or make anything out of resin, drill a hole in it and do this. Okay, this will apply to any of that. But yeah, so that is 3 done for these coffee girls, this group. I've got one more here that I'm going to do, but I'm not going to show you that. And yeah, that is it. And 2 more to go today. I'll get these all finished today. And that is it. Stay tuned for more videos. Like and subscribe. That helps us out. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching.